Screencast-O-Matic.
Meme review.
Meme review. Exciting stuff.
Meme.
Alright, so we are actually not reviewing memes today. We're actually reviewing Chapter 9, Math. Shh. Who can tell me what form of equation number 11 is? What form of equation is this? Y-intercept, but it's called, it has two things.
Something solution.
Yes, go ahead, what? Slope. It's called slope-intercept form.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody say slope-intercept form.
Slope-intercept.
Okay, what are we going to graph first? The slope or the intercept?
Intercept.
The intercept, so do we go up, down, left, or right?
Down.
You are correct. So we go down here. I'm going to put a dot right there at the -1. And then I'm going to do what?
Oh, God.
Go up 3 and left. No, down 3 and left.
No, we're gonna go down 5.
Down 5
Down
and
5.
right 3. Okay, here we go. Count with me, please. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5.
Good. So when you just be careful because rise over run, rise is up or down. So you guys that were telling me earlier you were backwards there. Okay, be careful. The top number is always up or down. Do you guys know what the most common mistake is for these problems?
No.
They mix up the numbers. They mix up the numbers.
Not really.
The negative.
Right, the negative slope. So you need to check. You need to check, like here. Is this person going down from left to right? Yes, so that's a negative. Because a lot of people, they'll go down and then left, which is double negative, which would make a positive line. So we don't want that. Happy face. We checked our slope. All right? Okay, can we move on? Cool. All right. Somebody's going to pass out rulers. I don't know who. Who wants to pass out rulers?
Curtis.
He is. Thank you, sir. All right. Who wants to try number 12?
I'll do it.
Okay, Ivan, what's up? How do we do it?
So you see, since there's no -1 or +1 or anything,
Very
we
good.
start at the origin.
Very good. So it's +0, actually. So he started at the origin. Very good. Wow, he speaks so professional. Maybe you're going to grow up and be a math teacher.
Yeah.
What is that?
Get the low minimum wage.
We're gonna do 4 first. Go up 4.
Rise over run.
2 sets a day.
Wait.
So we go,
Brain overload. 1. Wait, no.
yes. So we go 1 which direction?
4, arrow card. Bam.
Okay, so we go which direction? 1?
We're gonna go to the right.
Oh, do you want
Wait,
that
no,
after
up.
that?
Up, you're right. Okay, so we go up and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, by the way, from our slope story, 1/4, you should kind of recognize a small fraction, right? It should look like that, right? This guy kind of jogging along on this little 1/4 slope. Equals 1/4 x. That's it. Any questions?
No, sir.
What form is this equation in? Slope-intercept, except it just didn't have an intercept. So after the +0, it's definitely slope-intercept form. Because there's a slope and an intercept. All right, moving on. Okay, now there's no fractions in this problem. But after we finish, I'm going to change it a little bit so that there's fractions. Okay, what's the first thing we do?
Cover up the X.
Yes, cover up the x. And what do we have? 4y equals -20. Now what?
Divided
Divided by 4
side.
on each side.
You guys are so smart. y-intercept, we don't put y equals.
Y-intercept equals -5.
Okay, yes, -5. How do we graph that?
So then we go down. Yeah.
Down 5. Are they right?
Yes.
Yes, they are, because the y-axis is vertical there. Okay, now let's go to our...
5x equals -20.
Right, we covered up that part, and we get 5x equals -20. Okay, now divide by 5. X intercept, thank you Nathan, is -4. And we go down 4. No!
No.
We go right
I thought you
for
said,
I tricked you.
no, I thought down you meant like the slope went down, but then,
You so right though about that.
To the left, okay? Yep, to the left. And there is the line.
Oh, I remember that song.
Now we cannot check the slope. Why can't we check the slope, guys? Because we don't have a slope in this. This is not slope-intercept form. What form is this? Standard form. Standard form. Alright, so I told you I would show you what if it came out to fractions, because there probably will be one that comes out as fractions on the test. So let's say that instead of -20, it was -23. So now we have 23s here, and it's going to be fractions. So help me out. What's going to happen?
It's gonna come out into a decimal.
Right, or a fraction. So how many times does 4 go into 23? -5 and 3/4.
wait, but can't you not have a...
Did you round?
No, I did a mixed number. This is not slope. This is an intercept. An intercept can be a mixed number. But slope should not be a mixed number. How would we graph that? We would go after 5.
Oh, you go
After 5. Lower than 5 and to the left more than 4. Because this is going to be -4 and 3/5. So that means we would go past it like there, and then past it like here. Okay? That's it. So, but you have to be ready for that. Ooh, my screencast-o-matic poked its little head up. Screencast-o-matic. Okay, so y equals, is that at the beginning of our slope story or at the end of our slope story? You are correct. So therefore, is it going to be the one that's easy to walk on or the one that you fall off the edge of the cliff?
Easy.
That's right, so it's the horizontal one. There we go. Now you could test it with all the points. You could test it with all the points that have y as -2, right? So we could have something like 0, -2, 1, -2, and then we could draw it that way. Oh, look, it's a little happy face. It's kind of scary, isn't it? The eyes are scary. This isn't helping. It's not helping at all. It's a big eye. Oh, Okay, I'll stop.
I picked that book.
I don't know why my happy face became scary, but hopefully you guys won't have nightmares.
What have you brought upon this forsaken man?
Alright, let's go to here now. Are the following functions? Well, I'm going to graph them just to be sure. Let's see. 3, 3, 0, 3, 1, 4, and 2, 4. Alright, is this a function?
Yes, it passes the vertical line.
It does pass the vertical line test, so we're good. So this is yes.
Yes, no.
Now I'm going to play a trick on you guys. Are you ready for the trick?
No,
Yes.
no, I'm not ready.
Well, too bad. It's coming anyway.
Turn it to the side.
I'm going to add another thing here. Okay. Alright, now we're going to see if this is a function or not. So let's
No,
grab
it's
it.
not.
It is not.
Because then it'd be overlapping each other, wouldn't it?
Okay. We're going to graph points. 0, 0 is here.
This is crazy.
All right. 3, 3. 4, 4. 5, 1. And, SpaghettiOs. So what is that?
It's an overlapping number.
Well, it's the same point that we had before.
Well, still.
So what we were talking... Now, what did I say actually violates the vertical line test? It's when you have the same input, but a different output.
Yeah.
So does this have the same input and a different output?
No.
No. It's like the story of somebody going to the store, right? And they pay for 3 donuts, they pay $3 or whatever. And then the other person goes in and spends $3, 3 donuts and spends $3. Did I do that backwards? Whatever.
Yes.
But you know what I mean. It's the same input and same output. So actually it's okay. So it's okay. It's the same point. It does not violate the vertical line test.
Even if you add like 0.00001, it would violate it.
As long as it's the same input and a different output. But since it's exactly the same point, it does not violate it. So yes, it is a function. All right, what about this one? What do you think? What about this one? -1, 0, 0, 3, -1, 4. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
It's a no.
This is a no. Absolutely not. Not a function. Oh, yeah. Okay. We're having too much fun in period C. I don't know what's going on here.
We're just class
Yeah,
clowns.
take that. Period D and period E. Better than you.
I don't know about
You guys
that.
are so
Hey,
serious.
what is that supposed to mean?
We're more fun than you.
Yeah, you're better.
They're not gonna watch this video.
I don't care. They don't watch the old videos.
Okay, how do we do this one?
We do F parentheses or F
Six,
times 6, F
right.
5 6, F 4.
So we're going to
6.
substitute 6 inside there, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that means we're going to do f of 6 equals 25 times 6 plus 50, and that's equal to 200, right? 150 plus 50 is 200. Do you guys see how I did that?
Yes.
I put it inside. Substitute. Did everybody write this down?
Yes.
Cool. And the next one's the same thing, so we don't have to do it. But you have to finish it for homework.
Wait.
Unit. No, the constant unit.
Constant rate of change is another name for
Wait.
slope. So that means that all we have to do is pick any 2 points and find the slope. That's it. Do you need to get water? If you want to, go. All right, get a pass, please, sir. Okay, so x1, y1, x2, y2.
What, aren't there 4?
Yes, but on any 2 points, it's going to be the same slope. As a matter of fact, why don't you guys do 2 different points and see if you get the same answer?
Oh.
What if you
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to do
yeah.
different points? Are you forced to?
Okay, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x. I mean, it's a free country.
Okay, I'll do the same
Oh,
one.
man.
Okay. All right, y2 is 6.
It's 315.
Y1 is 3.
Minus 0, minus
0 minus -1. All right, the minus and negative turns into plus. So 3 over 1. So if you guys did a different point, you should have come up with 3 over 1. Did you? Cool.
Oh, that's the same thing for the next one too. What? Wait.
Any of these points are on the same line. Therefore, the rate of change and the slope will be the same.
Pass.
What?
I have 2 questions. First of all, I think that'd be possible. And second of all, if you paired up, I guess, like 0, 6, and 1, 9, and negative 1, 3, and 2, 12, would that still create the same one?
Yes. The answer is this. If you have any line, like let's go back to here. Okay, let's look at this. What's the slope on this line right here? On the right.
It's
1/4. Alright, now let's say I pick different points. I pick this one and this one. What's the slope? Up 1 and right 4. What if I pick this point and this point? Up 1, right 4. What if I pick this one? Up 1 and right 4. So no matter what points you pick along that line, the slope will be the,
Same.
or else it wouldn't be a straight line. Okay? So all they're doing is they're giving you different points. All these 4 points are on the same line.
I thought they were just all random numbers.
Nope. That's why they said that it's a constant rate of change here. Did that help? That's an excellent question, by the way.
Yep.
And all of their classes that will watch this YouTube video will BENEFIT from that. Right. Benefit. What is the slope?
Wait.
I don't know. Let's find out. X1, Y1. Now, I'm not going to spend the time right now on the YouTube video to graph and estimate, but you really should so that you can check your answer. If you don't do that, you won't be able to check your answer. All right, -5 minus, 0. And then what's on the denominator? 0 minus 2. Good. Okay, so that's -5 over -2, which is a negative divided by negative is a positive. 5 over 2. Oops, do we change it to 2.5? No.
No.
Can we reduce it? No, but if we could, we would.
Wait.
Yes.
It's slope. It's slope. So remember, we don't want to change it to a mixed number. But we do want to reduce if we can, but there's no way to reduce it. So we leave it as an
Proper fraction.
improper fraction. I'm tired. That's why we're having too much fun in C period. We've been working so many hours. All right, here we go. Next one. X equals -3. What would that graph look like? A straight line up and down. You're right. What's the slope of that? Undefined. You guys are so smart. Okay. Next one. X1, Y1. X2, Y2.
That's good.
Alright, here we go. This 3 minus the -2 is the Y's. 3 minus -2. Sir. Gotta pay attention, sir. Come on, people. And then what are the X's? 4 minus 4. Oh,
Yes, that one.
oh, spaghetti.
0.
Right, it's 0, but we can't have 0 in the denominator.
So it's just the number.
We cannot have 0 in the denominator.
It's 0.
No, it's not. It's undefined. Remember? We
Oh, yeah.
cannot divide by 0. So if you graph those, it would be a vertical line, and you would be like, oh, Mr. Pass told us to graph. Wasn't that great of him? Because he cares about our grade?
Yes, very much.
I don't know if you would say that, but... All right. In the ordered pair, boom, 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 is a solution. Is it a solution? Well, the way we do that is we put the x value where x is and the y value where y is, and we see if it's true. -4 for y equals negative of -3 minus 1. All right, so what we did was we took, this is the x, -3, and we put it in there. Then we took the y, which is -4, and we put it in there. See it?
Oh.
Wait, are you trying to make y and x equal?
No, we want to see if it makes it true or not. Now, does it make it true? I don't know, because we have negative of negative 3. What's the negative of negative 3? Uh-oh, but it doesn't make it true, does it? Because 3 minus 1 is not negative 4.
Yeah.
So it does not, well, you want to make an equation, so the answer is no. It is not a solution. Not a solution. But if it did make the equation true, then we would have said yes. How about I highlight this with a purple or a pink or whatever that is. A pink. Pinkle. Purple and pinkle. That's different. Alright. Melanie babysat for the Smith family. Wasn't that nice of her?
She was using them for money.
She earns $102 for 8.5 hours. Write a direct variation equation. Alright? A direct variation is writing an equation that doesn't have the plus or minus, the thing we did that whole day a couple days ago, remember? So, who thinks they can do it? It's going to have an x and a y.
Wait.
Y equals 102x. Excellent. Good. Alright. She earned... Oh, wait. No. First, we need to find the rate. What am I saying? We need to find the rate. So we divide first. So, 102 divided by 8.5, which I'm going to do on a calculator. The y equals 12x. There we go. Now, so she basically makes $12 an hour. So that's for A. For B, we want to say, okay, how much will she earn for 11.5? So we do 12 times 11.5. 12 times
I bet
11.5.
it's 136.
Is that right, though?
That's there's no way that's right.
I know, that couldn't be right. Hold on.
Because
You added the 12.
Yeah, there it is.
I was so
138.
close.
Okay, so how much will she earn? $138. Any questions?
I think about
All right.